down. Relax. Breathe. Deliberately breathe. Allow that healing breath to just flow through your body. Knowing that it is the breath of God sustaining your very life. Breathe. Feel that breath, that healing breath, making its way to each cell in your body. Feel it going through your head, your shoulders, your arms, the very tips of your fingers. The healing breath of God flowing through you at your command. Breathe. Feel it going through every cell of your body cavity. Just tune out everything else around you. Recognize your power, your God-given power to heal. Heal yourself. Physicians, heal yourselves. Just breathe. Just breathe. 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 Feel that healing breath going through every cell, every vein in your legs, in your feet, all over your body. Just breathe a healing breath. Knowing that you know this breath is the breath of God sustaining your life. Relax in this breath. Now, while feeling this self-healing breath, allow yourself to come into the place where you know, and you know that you know, your source is all powerful. Your source, which is the one source, is everywhere present. Your source is all-knowing. This same source is the healing force that flows through every cell of your body, every blood vessel in your body. Physicians, heal thyself. I know there is a power for good responding to me right now. Bringing me happiness. Bringing me peace. Bringing me health and success. Flowing through me right now. I know this power of good enables me, empowers me to help myself. I am empowered to help myself under every circumstance, in every situation. I know this power for good helps me, encourages me to help others, and to bless this entire world. Just breathe and know that this healing breath is the power of God, the power of Source, sustaining your very life. Breathe. Breathe a healing breath for all of those in this world who have sadness. Breathe a healing breath for all those in this world who are brokenhearted. Breathe a healing breath for all those in this world who have disappointments. Breathe a healing breath for all those in this world who are overshadowed with fear. Breathe a healing breath for the unrest in this world. Just breathe. Breathe and feel the power. Feel your source. Know and know that you know. This healing breath lifts up the world. This healing breath that flows through me lifts, lifts, lifts. See this healing breath. Embracing all. See this healing breath in its entirety as oneness. See this healing breath as one heart. Feel the beating of that one heart, knowing that all humanity is united in oneness, one heart, one love, one people. Bless this world. Send that healing breath throughout all of this world and beyond. A blessing of love, a blessing of oneness, a blessing of understanding, compassion. And as you begin to return to this place of CSA, the Center for Spiritual Awareness, the church that love is building, know and know that you know we are one. We are one love. We are one heart. We are one people. And begin to move your toes, move your hands. Breathe again. A breath of relief for the truth that's within your heart. And together we all say, and so it is. Blessed be.
Good morning, church. All of you are here and all of you are out there. Good morning. So good to see all of you. Now, you know, when we sing this song, we're not talking about the God above or God in the sky. We're not talking about that. We're talking about each other. That's why it's because of who you are. And I give you glory, you know. I give those guys glory, all of you guys glory. I give myself glory, right? So just remember that. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and sing. Lord, I Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and sing. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. One more time. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Yes, I do. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and sing. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. I want to say good morning to Joyce, PJ, Irene, Sharon, Tamara, Rita, Lynn Ann, Antonia, Mitch, Marva, and Jerry. I think I got that right.
And of course, all of you that made it here today,
Yes.
we are so glad to see your smiling eyes
Yes.
over your masks today.
I call you holy. Your name is holy. You are so holy to me. There you are. I call you holy. Your name is holy. Holy you are, and holy you'll be. Yeah. Call you holy. Your name is holy. I call you holy. Your name is holy. You are so holy to me. Yeah. I call you holy. Your name is holy. Holy you are, and holy you'll be. Yeah. 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 I call you faithful. I call you faithful. Your name is faithful. You are so faithful to me. You are. I call you faithful. Your name is faithful. Faithful you are, and faithful you'll be. Yeah. 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 I call you awesome. I call you awesome. Your name is awesome. You are so awesome to me. Yeah. I call you awesome. Your name is awesome. Awesome you are, and awesome you'll be. Yeah. 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 I call you all that. I call you all that. Your name is all that. You are so all that to me. Yeah, you are. I call you all that.
to service this morning. We appreciate all the energy that you're bringing in the building and online, and we love you. So we want to remind you that this is a church that is building under God in one nation, not this divided nation we're in today, but the nation that God intended for us. So that's what this song is about. So I hope that you at home will sing along with us, and I hope that you in here will groove along with us. Are you ready? Are y'all ready? Come on. One nation under a roof, sing praises. One nation under a roof, sing praises. Now I want you to repeat after me. This is your affirmation. Say, I feel alright.
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 Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Say yeah.
Yeah.
Say yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel alright.
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 I feel alright. One nation. One nation under a roof, sing praises. Come on, see us, hey, let me hear you sing, yeah.
One nation under a roof, sing praises.
This is my favorite. I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and say, I look alright.
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 I look alright. I look alright. Let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I look alright.
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 I look alright. One nation. One nation under a roof, sing praises. One nation under a roof, sing praises. Now this one's really important. Tell yourself, say, I am alright.
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 I am
Let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am alright.
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 I am alright. Break it down for me. So somebody at home, or maybe one of you right here, right now, are saying, well, you know, David, I want to be all right, but I'm really not all right just yet. But I know it's possible, and God instilled it into you to be possible, to be all right. But first, you have to name it to claim it. Did you hear that? Did I get someone that heard that message? You have to name that to claim that. So we're going to do one more affirmation. And I want you, if you are not all right just yet, to really take this out there and make it yours. So you ready? Here we go. Come on. I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all
I'll
right.
be alright.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all
I'll
right.
be alright.
I'll be all right. Church,
I'll be all
let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Say yeah.
Yeah.
At home, say yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all right.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all
I'll
right.
be alright.
I'll be all right. One nation, come on. One nation under a roof, sing praises. Let me see you put your hands together. Come on. Come on. One nation everybody. Welcome to Janelle and Val and Gretchen and Robin and Rose, Marie, Nilda, Tanya, Jen, Todd, Sharice, Julie, T, and all of you beautiful people right here. I want you to take this into your day and know that it's going to be what you want it to be. And I've made a choice this morning that today is going to be my best day. My best day of 2021, my best day of 2020, and the best day of every day going forward. So I want y'all to sing along with us and make this your best day. Today will be the best day of my life.
Today will be the best day.
I want to make sure you heard me.
Of my life.
Today will be the best day of my life.
Today will be
Oh yes it will.
the best day, the best
'Cause
day
I
of
get
my
my
life.
joy back
Today,
and I get my love back
today,
and I get my heart back.
today,
For today will be.
best day,
Come on.
the best day of my life.
If you're at home right now saying, but this has not been a good day so far, I want you to write down what you're going to do to make it better starting this moment. Count this as your best day. Claim it as your best day. Do I got an amen up in here? Come on. Today will be the best day of my life.
Today will be
Oh, yes, it
the
will.
best day of my life.
Today will be the best day of my life.
Will be
Oh yes, it will.
the best day, the best day
I
of
got
my
my
life.
joy back,
Today,
and I got my love back,
today,
and I got my heart back.
today,
For today will be, today will be,
the best day of my life.
Put your hands together and claim today as the best day of your life. And repeat after me if you believe it. I believe
I believe
that today
that today
will be.
will be best day of my
I
life.
believe that today
that today
is gonna be.
will be the best day of my
I
life.
believe
I believe
that today
that today
gonna be.
will be the best day of my
I
life.
believe
I believe
that today
that today
gonna be.
will be
best day of my life. How lucky are we to have these fabulous people in our church? It's so good to see the church filling up. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here from home today. CSA is the church that Love is building in West Sacramento, and we're so glad to have everybody here with us. If you're tuning in for the first time, or if you're visiting for the first time, we want you to know what kind of church we are. We're a church with many, many, many beliefs, and they all boil down to these four. The four beliefs are these. Number one is that God is all there is. There's no oppositional power to that power. There's no external evil. There's no external devil. Now, you and I know there's plenty evil and plenty of devilishness in this world, but we believe it starts and stops right here in the minds of human beings. The second belief that we have is that all thought is creative and influential. And as a result of that, we're thoughtful what kind of thinking that we do around here. We don't beat ourselves up. If we have a thought that's a funky thought, a mean-spirited thought, we just put in a new thought, keep moving on. The third belief that we have is that everything in our experience is either a call for love or an expression of love. No exceptions, none, zip. And that's hard because we can always look for the exception. But sometimes calls for love come ugly, sometimes they come clumsy. And if we can return love to them, no matter what they are, we can transform that moment and begin to transform the planet. The last belief that we have, that we hold on to with all of our heart, all of our mind, and all of our soul, is that you are whole, perfect, and complete, just as you are right this second. There may be some behaviors you want to change, some attitudes to get rid of, but at your essence, you are whole, perfect, and complete. So knowing that that's the kind of church we're in, I'd just like to welcome everybody. And if there's anybody new in the church this morning, would you please just raise, we're not going to ask you to stand up or say your name, but if you just raise your hand, our usher has a gift for you, and he's on his way over there. Good. Couple of people. You got...
So glad you came to celebrate the Spirit. You are welcome here. We hope this isn't your last time. Anytime you're passing by, you are welcome here. So glad you came. Feel free to worship and celebrate the Spirit's name. So glad you came to celebrate Spirit. You are welcome here.
Good morning, CSA. My name is Tim Garcia. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I am proud to be a member of your Board of Trustees. Please join me in reading the Center's mission statement at the top of your bulletin. See, I'm old school. Someday we will get that back, but please join me in reading the Center's mission statement up on the wall. The Center for Spiritual Awareness is a diverse and caring community in which we share spiritual nourishment and celebrate all paths to God through the principles of science of mind. We do have after-church fellowship online for those of you who want to connect, ask questions, or share a thought of the sermon. And we especially invite those of you who are tuning in for the first time. Our noon Zoom Connect calls are continuing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Friday, Reverend Georgia will be giving a short teaching on Brene Brown's The Gift of Imperfection. On your e-blast, we have a survey on how to best offer classes here at CSA, and we still have classes. You're welcome to join. Please take a moment to fill out the survey so we can make sure that we're meeting your needs. Happy spring, happy Sunday, and thank you.
Thank you, Tim. I first want to thank all of the people who tuned into our Zoom strategic plan meeting yesterday. Thank you. And one of the things that came out of that is that although we are opening the church for adults, children have always been a priority here at CSA. And it breaks our heart that we can't open for our regular children's programs yet. Because we haven't figured out quite all the social distancing necessities that we would have to have. But Two things. One is your older children are welcome to come to Big People Church if they feel they would want to be here for that. And secondly, on when's Easter? April 3rd, the day before Easter, we are planning a parking lot program for our kids with an Easter theme. It will be between 10 and noon on Saturday, April 3rd, and they can come. We have programs that are in consistent with preschool and pre-K programs, so they will be COVID protected and COVID safe protocols that we'll be having, and we're going to have some activities for them to do. So anytime between 10 and 12, bring your kids on down for a little CSA hit, if you will. So that should be fun. Yeah. So let us fill up the rest of these seats with beings of heart that are beings of light that are in our heart this day for whatever reason. Maybe they're traveling, or they're not feeling well, or whatever the reason they can't be with you, either online or here in church to celebrate their spirit. Will you speak their name aloud as I light this memory candle? Eleanor, Emma, Evan, Niles, Avery, Jesus, Joe. I light this candle in their name and in the name of peace everywhere. And now it's time to anchor ourselves in prayer. So as I sound my bowl 3 times, I invite you to allow the tone of this bowl to take you deep into that place where no harm has ever come. Deep into that place where you know and you know you know you are whole, perfect, and complete.
To push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still. When this world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me.
God is everlasting love. God is peace, kindness, gentleness. God is all there is. And I am one with God. I am one with all there is. I am one with everlasting love. I am one with eternal peace. I am one with wisdom and understanding. I am one with kindness and gentleness. I am one with all there is. And as this is true for me, I know it to be true for each and every one of you. I know it to be true for all humanity. I know this to be true for all there is. And it is in this recognition, this unity, this truth, that I speak my word this morning. I speak my word that every heart will open. I speak my word that the angels of wisdom and understanding will rest upon the shoulders of all humanity, embrace all humanity, flow through the heart of every human being. Gentleness, kindness, love, understanding. Oh, I speak my word this morning that the warriors of spirit of truth will rise up, that the warriors of spirit of truth will speak with gentleness, conviction, and kindness and boldness, that there is only one of us, and we are that one. I speak my word this morning that all ears will hear, that every heart will rejoice, and that all humanity will claim victory in one love, one heart, one grace, one truth, one knowingness. And I'm just calling out. I'm just calling out to all humanity to go within, to go deep, deep, deep within, to that place where you know, and you know that you know what must be done in the name of goodness, in the name of truthfulness, in the name of oneness. And I'm just giving thanks. I'm giving thanks for this knowingness. I'm giving thanks for the breath that flows through us as the breath of God. I'm giving thanks for the blood that flows through us as the one blood. The blood that flows through us as the one race, the human race. I give thanks for the Center of Spiritual Awareness. I give thanks for all of our ministerial staff. I give thanks for our practitioners. I give thanks for our musicians, our volunteers, our technicians, for everyone who pull together and make this word known to the world, that there is only one, and that the Spirit of God flows through each one of us. And that Spirit is one of goodness, kindness, gentleness. And it is in this Thanksgiving that I release my word into the universal law of mind, knowing without a doubt, my word cannot, shall not, will not return to me void. And together we say, and so it is. Blessed be. But I always forget that. But I thank God for you reminding me. I welcome spring, knowing there are good things in store for me. And if you would, stand with me and join me. I welcome spring, knowing there are good things in store for me. And confirm that. And so it is.
Good morning to everyone in the room. Good morning to you who are online, and for our local family members that are online, please set an intention to join us next week. Amen, church? Oh, I'm so glad you agree. Our sacred reading this morning, I'm Reverend Rick, and our sacred reading this morning comes from Jennifer McLaughlin in celebrating of the spring equinox called Like the First Hint of Green. As the first hint of green begins to peek through the barren ground, as the little sprig grows into a healthy stem, as that stem grows into a stalk and forms a bud, as that bud slowly opens with each day to form a yellow daffodil, let us be like this first hint of green, renewed by the warmth of the sun's rays, and ready to engage with new energy, ready to face the day. We light this chalice to bring a glimmer of that warmth into this space. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone. So happy to be back as usual. Great to see all of you. I don't know how I made it here.
I don't know how I made it here.
But I know it was by the grace of God.
I know it's by the grace of God.
I don't know how I made it here.
I don't know how I made it here.
But I know it was by the grace of God.
I know it's by the grace of God.
Oh, I don't know how I made it here.
I don't know how I made it here.
But I know it was by the grace of God.
I know it's by the grace of God.
Hey, I don't know how I made it here.
How I made it here.
But I know it was by the grace of God.
I know it's by the
Hey,
grace of
say
God.
I made it.
I made it by the grace of God.
And I'm here. Say I made it. Oh, and I'm here. Oh, I don't know how I made it here.
I don't know how I made it here.
But I know it's by the grace of God.
I know it's by the grace
Hey, I don't know how I made it here.
how I made it here.
But I know it's by the grace of God.
I know it's by the
Hey,
grace of
say
God.
I made
I made it by the
it.
grace
Yeah, and I'm still here. Oh, I made it. Oh, and I'm here.
That's Miss LaToya Walton, everybody. Backed up by our fabulous singers. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I just want to welcome Kathy and David, Peter, Jill, Susan, Bess, Julie, First Lady Donna, Steve, Luke, Angela, and Carol. So glad you're here this morning with us online, and all the rest of you online. Feel free to give a shout out through the chat or whatever you call that thing, whatever that is. The spiritual truth that I'm working with today is that your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. Now, most of us in this room say, yeah, Reverend George, I believe that. That's why I'm here. I come here and I understand that. Our thoughts create our reality, but how many of us woke up this morning and consciously created our future? Unfortunately, the biggest reason we don't wake up each morning and consciously create our future is because we don't actually believe that to be true. We actually don't believe that our thoughts create our reality. We still, including me, we still give power to what's going on outside of us. And I've been letting what's going on outside of me begin to heavily influence what my life is like. Like many of you, and many of the people I hear on my phone message machine or I get emails from, have begun to let the pandemic kind of give us the blues, have let the pandemic get to us. The restriction of my freedom, and for me, maybe even more importantly, the restriction of your freedom in coming and being here with us on Sundays and more days than that, has removed some of the joy and the adventure in my life. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that adventure is one of my primary values. I want us to be out hiking and kayaking and bowling and marching for gay and trans rights and Black Lives Matter and working on Asian violence in the country. I want us to be out working with climate change workshops and having workshops that aren't in those little boxes that are out there, and buying out important theaters for important films like we've done in the past. I want us to be doing all of that stuff and more. And of course, my brain knows we're not ready. It will happen, but it's not time yet. But I'm not talking about my brain, I'm talking about my feelings. I'm a little depressed sometimes. I'm beginning to take on that cloak of victimhood sometimes. So fortunately for me, perhaps it was my spirit guide, something reminded me to pick up Joe Dispenza. He's written 3 important books. You Are the Placebo, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and Becoming Supernatural. 3 powerful books. Since I couldn't decide on which one, I decided to bounce around in all 3 and just look for some nuggets. Here are a couple of the nuggets that I've been working with for myself this week. First, his work is such a great reminder of how powerful my mind is in determining my future. On any given day, we individually generate more electrical impulses in our brain than all of those cell phones in the world combined. I want to just say that again. Individually, every single person in this room generates more electrical impulses than all of the cell phones in the world combined. Our brain is made up over 100 billion neurons, which could be firing for our good, as opposed to firing for our depression, for our anger, for our loss of vibrant health. If we knew that our thoughts created our destiny, would we ever miss a day to create the life we want? And if we knew this to be true, would we ever let thoughts let through our awareness that we didn't want to experience? You and I think up to 60 to 70,000 thoughts every day. And 90% of those 60 to 70,000 thoughts that we think every single day are exactly the same thoughts we thought yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. And those same thoughts will always lead to the same choices. And those same choices will always create the same behaviors. And those same behaviors will produce the same experiences. And those same experiences will create the same emotions. And then it starts the wheel all over again. Once it gets to our emotions, we simply begin all over again. Now, those words are straight out of the mouth of Dr. Joe Dispenza. But in truth, they aren't much different than what I've been teaching my entire career, based on the wisdom of Ernest Holmes, who said we believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind, and the invitation of the Christian Paul, who said, be ye renewed by be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, for years I wanted to believe, and sometimes I've gotten close to believing, as Holmes says, that we can heal the sick through the power of our mind. I wanted to believe it, but I never quite understood how to do it. I'd beat myself up for having a poor consciousness, or trying to wish more heartily, or meditate longer, or create more vision boards. Now, none of those things are bad things. In fact, they're all great things. But what I'm talking about is understanding the science behind the change needed to bring wholeness into my life. Ernest Holmes says this, I look forward to a day, in fact, he says this on the first sentence of the first chapter of the textbook called Science of Mind. And what he says is, I look forward to the day when science and religion can walk hand in hand. That day has dawned. We are walking with science and religion walking hand in hand. Dispenza says this, your biology, your hormones, your physiology, your genetic expression will always equal to how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And so your personality creates your personal reality. Let me just say that again. Your personality creates your personal reality, and your personality is made up of how you think, how you act, and how you feel. If you want to change your personality, you'll have to change your personality. You'll have to change how you think, how you act, and how you feel. To create a new personal reality, you'll have to become somebody else. Now, you are an authentic, unique person just as you are. You want to be somebody else. You want to change how you think, how you act, and how you feel. Now, to better understand the science of all this, you're going to have to read Joe Dispenza, because I am not competent to teach you the science of this. But let me give you an example of how powerful your brain is. Research scientists who wanted to look at what happens when the brain, to the brain as we learn new things. They took a group of people and broke them into 4 groups and told each group, we're going to teach you how to play the scales on the piano. None of the participants had ever played the piano before. The scientists said, we're going to scan your brain before we begin this, and 2 weeks after, for 2 hours a day, you're going to do this, and we're going to scan your brain again. The first group, they actually sat in front of the piano, and they taught them the scales. And when they measured their brain at the end of 2 weeks, after 2 hours a day, they found a whole new pattern of neural connections. Makes sense. They were learning something new. Making connections is what we call learning. Sustaining those connections is what we call memory. So at the end of the first week, they had established a new pattern. The second group, they said, look, just come into the studio, sit at the piano, in front of the piano for 2 hours a day for 2 weeks, and just fiddle around the keys, see if you can learn to play it. We're going to give you some hints, but we're not going to really teach anything. Just go ahead and play around with it. When they measured their brain, no new connections had been made. The third group, they said, look, just show up and be in the same room in the piano. Don't worry about what you're learning. You can read a book, you can check your email, do whatever you want to do. Just show up and be there, because we need a control group for this. They scanned their brains, and as they suspected, they learned no new connections had been made to the brain. Now, the fourth group, they had the hardest job. but it's the most important for us in this room. We're going to tell you how to play the scales, they said. And you won't actually touch the piano ever, but we want you to be in the room and simply think about what it is we're teaching you for 2 hours a day for 2 weeks. We know it's going to be hard, but we want you to think about what you're learning on the piano. They would move their fingers as if they were moving them over the keys, and they kept at it for 2 hours a day for 2 weeks. When they scanned their brains, they found that the same neuron connections as group number 1 had been made. The people who were actually practicing and physically playing the piano had the same neural connections as the people who were imagining they were playing the piano. Now, why is this so important? Because we have the ability to rewire our brain even if we can't physically experience it in the present. Just the act of imagining what you want can rewire your brain and attract it to you. I once read most of you know I play golf. I love golf. I read a story about a prisoner of war. And every day he would imagine himself playing 18 holes of golf at his favorite course. And he would imagine himself swinging. He would imagine where the ball went. He knocked 12 points off his handicap when he actually got back out and started playing it. It's not a moment, though, of inspiration. It's a spiritual practice. Remember, it took 2 hours a day for 2 weeks to change the neuron connections in the brain of the piano players. And it only worked on group 1 and 4 because they were focused on a specific goal. Most of us are going through life in group 2, where we kind of play at a few things and we think about something we like and, we kind of conjure it up and then we move on right away. Or group number 3, which is just doing nothing and hoping somebody else will come along and change our lives for us. We have to be focused on what it is we want, and we have to stay there. Esther and Jerry Hicks say that Abraham tells them that if we could focus on a desire for 17 seconds, we can move it closer to manifestation. But most of us can't even sustain 17 seconds of pure thought around a desire that what it is we want. See, it takes longer than that to change the pathways to our brain. It's why some spiritual teachers say, look, forget about buying all these self-help books. Forget about buying all these spiritual manuscripts. Pick out 4 and read them 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 over and over again. I haven't picked out 4, but I have 2 that I regularly go to. I regularly reread The Science of Getting Rich and the 4 Agreements because I want them to become pathways in my brain. I don't want to have to think about them. I want them to be responses to my life. Learning is making new connections, and memory is sustaining them. Another major contribution I found helpful in the book is the role of feelings, emotions, in creating the life that you want. Joe spends a lot of time in his writings reminding us that the law of attraction does not respond to our thoughts. The law of attraction responds to our emotion, to our feelings. It's our thoughts that drive our feelings, but we have to get thoughts to the feeling stage before attraction will happen with what we want, before we can vibrate at that level. Hoping alone won't work. Wishing alone won't work. Praying alone won't work. We have to be in our mind the person who already has what we want. We have to assume that identity. We have to be in our mind the person who already has what we want. Want a better marriage? Start acting like your marriage is great right now. Want a better relationship with your adult kids? Start acting like that relationship is fabulous right now. Want Asian Americans to live in peace? Start seeing Asian Americans walking in peaceful, loving community right now. But remember, we're not talking about fleeting moments of this. We're talking about setting an intention to feel yourself into that good for at least 2 hours, for 2 weeks. Now that sounds hard, but I don't mean that we have to sit in a room and just think about it that way. I mean that we have to begin to accept that identity and walk in that identity, at least for 2 hours every day. Your brain is a powerful healer, but it has to be directed away from what's presently happening on the outside and take direction from your desires. We are such suggestible beings. I want to close with a story in the book of You Are the Placebo, about this story. I found it interesting, probably because I'm an alcoholic, but maybe for other reasons as well. Let's see. This university wanted to examine the effect of the environment using a group of 148 college students who were invited to take part in a study in a bar-like atmosphere. The researchers told half the students that they would get vodka and tonic, and told the rest that they would receive just tonic. In reality, the bartenders in the study didn't pour a single drop of vodka. All the students just got plain tonic. The bar-like atmosphere and the researchers fashioned looked very realistic, right down to the resealing of the vodka bottles that had been cleverly filled with flat tonic water. The bartenders rimmed the glasses with lime dunked in vodka, and a more realistic effect before proceeding to the mix and pour the drinks, as though they were really serving the real thing. The subjects became tipsy and acted drunk, with some even showing physical signs of intoxication. They didn't get drunk because they didn't drink the alcohol. They got drunk because the environment, by associative memory, cued their brains and bodies to respond in the same old familiar way. When the researchers eventually told the students the truth, many were amazed and insisted that they really did feel drunk at the time. They believed they were drinking alcohol, and those beliefs translated into neurochemicals which altered their states of being. In other words, their belief alone was sufficient to fire up a biochemical change in their body that was equal to being drunk. Can you imagine what we could do if we put our minds to it? What we could do about healing societal ills, what we could do about our own family squabbles and problems, what we could do about our own health if we would just put our mind to it. Let's put this message into prayer, knowing that there is only one power, and it's the healing power. Nothing more to heal, only more God to be revealed, more good to be revealed, more love to be revealed, more potential to be revealed. I give thanks to the Great One for always saying yes. I release this word into the law, and together we say, and so it is. If you will take your gift in your hand and repeat after me, money is God in action. I send it forth to bless and to prosper all who come in contact with it. And so it is. And welcome Sheila, Laylee, Sterling, Jeff, Todd, Terry, Karen, and Deborah.
Every time I come here, I feel like you're talking directly to me. Oh my goodness, what a word, what a word. This song is very, very special to me. I just ask that you, whether you're worshiping here with us or at home, listen to the words. If I could tell you what I've been through in my life, we'd be here all day. But one of the reasons that I love this song is because it says, I don't know if you're here or you're at home, if you're dealing with being ashamed of anything, maybe you're suffering with living in promiscuity or substance abuse or, racism, anything, God sees it all. And you don't have to be ashamed as long as in your mind you want to make a change, you want to do something different. He sees you and he'll help you through it. So the song simply says, just come out of hiding. He sees it, but you're already loved. No matter what, you're already loved. Come out of hiding, you're safe here with me. There's no need to cover what I already see. You've got your reasons, but I hold your peace. And you've been on lockdown, but I hold the key. 'Cause I loved you before you knew it was love. I saw it all, still I chose the cross. You were the one that I was thinking of when I rose from the grave. Now rid of the shackles, my victory is yours. I tore the veil for you to come close. There's no reason to stand at a distance anymore. You are almost home. I'll be a lighthouse when you're lost at sea. And I will illuminate everything. No need to be frightened by intimacy. No, just throw out your fear and come running to me. Yeah. 'Cause I love you before you knew it was love. I saw it all, still I chose the cross. You were the one that I was thinking of when I rose from the grave. Now rid of the shackles, my victory is yours. I tore the veil for you to come close. There's no reason to stand at a distance anymore. You're already loved. You're already loved. And so as you run, what hindered love will only become part of your story. So as you run, what hindered love could only become part of your story. So as you run, what hindered love could only become part of your story. So as you run, what hindered love could only become part of your story. 'Cause I love you before you knew it was love. I saw it all, still I chose the cross. You were the one that I was thinking of when I wrote
Miss Latoya Walton, everybody. You know, I feel so blessed in this church with all of our musicians, and some of them just bring beautiful performance, and some of them bring ministry, don't they? This is ministry right here. This is ministry. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you all for being in the church this morning. Thank you all for coming online with us. Reverend Betsy joined us. Thank you, Reverend Betsy. So glad to have everybody here in either place. We have some more room for you next week if you want to come out and be with us. It makes all the difference in the world to just hear that music go right through us. So if you feel comfortable doing that, do that. We're making sure everybody wears masks. By the way, when we close, after the song is done, please go out the side doors and visit in the parking lot. Yesterday, when we had the strategic plan meeting, people said, well, I think, folks want to know that it's safe here. And, of course, we're keeping it as safe as we possibly can. And one of the ways we're doing that is asking people not to congregate inside to visit. So go outside where the air is fresher and you can more easily stay 6 feet apart. All right. Something wonderful is, will you please stand and we'll do the benediction. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my heart.
Life is in my heart.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I take this life out this day.
I take this life out this day.
And I share it with another.
And I share it with another.
And so we are.
And so we are.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And so I am.
And so I am.
Amen.